is SCP, Senior Certified Professional, and the other one is CP, Certified Professional. And there are two windows throughout the year and throughout the year globally that are available for any HR professional who is prepared for the exam to take the exam. The first one starts from 1st of December and goes up to 10th of February. And the second is from 1st of May and goes up to 15th of July. Pakistan also, the exams is taken by certain professionals during these windows. And if it is an instructor-led program, in Pakistan, HR Metrics prepare you for that, which is the only licensed organization in Pakistan who conducts those instructor-led programs from Pakistan. Students can join them globally. The first phase, I call that the 100-day phase. The second is a 20 days phase, and the last one is a 1-day phase. So let's start from the 100-day phase. The 100-day phase starts somewhere around 120 or 130 days before the exam date that you have taken. For example, if you have taken the exam date of 10th of July or 10th of February, the 100 days phase kicks in somewhere around mid of March or for 10th of July and mid of October for 10th of February. This 100 days is, there are certain activities that you have to do in those 100 days. And the first one is to explore all the elements of LMS. LMS is the learning management system. You get the access of it once you register, once you pay the amount for registration. You get the access to LMS. And once you get the access to LMS, you have got the access to a world of knowledge for HR. I mean, that's huge. That's huge, literally huge. I mean, what I usually tell my students, in fact, to explore all the elements of the LMS and do not leave anything untouched. In the first week, let's say, just keep on clicking on every area of LMS. Just see what is available there. There are videos, there are questions, there are flashcards, there are books, there are additional articles, there are glossary items, there are definitions. Everything is available into that, and just explore everything which is available into your LMS, and do not leave anything untouched in the preferably in the first week. Now, once you have done that, you will come to know that what is important and what is not. Not, of course, everything is important and everything is to be focused on. So that impression of that kind of anxiety has to go ahead. You should get out of that anxiety that there are lots of material. So just click on everything, and you will able to find out. And your instructor will also tell you that there are three very important elements that are available, and that's the second part of the 100-day phase. The three important elements that you have to focus on is one, the EPUBs, the books that are available into LMS, and the second one is the flashcards. These are the definitions, quick definitions of key terms. And the third one is the quiz items. Lots of questions that are available with every section in LMS. EPUBs is basically very detailed books on every subject, on behavioral and competencies and all the functional competencies. This is the same material which is also available within the LMS. It depends on your choice and your convenience, what you feel more comfortable in while reading. If you are comfortable in reading from the books, you can download EPUB books. If you are comfortable from whatever is available within the LMS, that's the same material. So you can go ahead with that. The third element in the first 100 days is the taking of the notes. So it entirely depends on your study style. If you are comfortable in taking the notes, you can take those. If you are comfortable in writing a few areas, you can do that. If you are comfortable in taking the printouts of certain important elements, you can take those. I usually do not advise my students or anyone who is taking the exam to take the printouts of all the documents. Usually, there are people who are more comfortable in reading when they have some hardcore material, physical book in front of them. Although you can do that, it is entirely up to you. But in terms of taking care of the environment and not wasting too much of the paper, I usually advise do not do that because there are too many. There, you will have a huge number of pile of papers with you. But yes, you can take the printouts of only those items which are important. For example, there are exhibits that are within the LMS, within the ebooks. You can take printouts of those. There are certain diagrams that are available that you can take printouts of those, or during the time of your studies, you will come to know what is important and you can judge yourself which is important thing that you can take printout of. In terms of flashcards, yes, there are about I think about 40 pages of those, and you can take printout of all those and for a better study. But it entirely depends upon your own study style. SHRM does not, or I and anyone for that matter, does not classify anything which is more important or less important. It could be, it is entirely up to you. It is your style of studying for or preparation for any exam that you're reading. Do not keep anything for the last 20 days or the last 1 week of the prior to the exam. Keep on studying in smaller chunks. Why I say so is that because by the end, because the material is huge, and it you will not be able to cover anything once you are just 20 days apart from your exam or even a month apart from your exam. So give a good number of hours in the early. To begin with, I usually say that since we are all busy, since this is all who take the exam are professionals, they might be busy in their offices, in their professional lives, and then and with the family, of course. But yes, since um, you have taken this huge step for your own growth, for your own development, you have submitted the amount, a huge amount in dollars, of course, then you should be giving a good number of hours also. To begin with, in the first, let's say, 100, in first 30 days or 50 days, you can, if you spend just 1 hour a day on a regular focused study, that will be good enough. But keep on studying. Do not leave anything till the last moment because the material is huge. So you should just give one thorough study to all the material and keep on doing the quizzes. So by doing the quiz and the questions, you will come to know that what is important and where you are standing and how you are moving ahead. What is your progress and what kind of questions are asked and how the questions can be related to the material that you are studying. Then there is another thing in the first 100 days is to because you would be also asked to take your exam date. So it's a good idea to take the exam date early so that you have a benchmark for yourself to study. For example, if you have taken the exam date of 10th of July or 10th of February, then you have certain benchmark that, okay, these many dates are left. Now, in the taking of the exam date also, you could see your own personality. Why? Because if you are an early bird, there are options for the exam taking. If, for example, on 10th of July, you have taken the exam and there is an option available for you on that day, there is seat available that it will be 9 o'clock in the morning or in the afternoon. So if you are an early bird, I usually advise them to take an early exam, like start at 9 o'clock. But if you are not an early bird, if you're a night crawler, you can shift your exam to the afternoon window of the same date. So that's entirely up to you, depending upon your biological cycle, your style of study, your style of the day when you are most productive. See, what is the time of the day that you are most productive. Your eyes are wide open, your brain is thinking clearly, and all that, and you have full energy. So if it is in the early morning, take the early morning window of the time, or if it is in the afternoon, take that window, whatever suits you. But give a good thought to that what you are going to do into this. Then the last part of the first phase is, once you are studying, question yourself. Question yourself. That is very important. Very, very. Once it is a multiple choice question, it is a conceptual understanding that you have to get clear for yourself. You don't have to reproduce anything in the exam. So these are exams. This is an exam where 134 questions are asked from you, and all are multiple choice questions. So in that, you have to be very focused that you have a concept clear. The concepts are always get clear when you question yourself. Questions such as, what is this? Why it is this? How it is this? Why it is happening like this? What is this term? What is the background of this term? How this competency connection is relating with my experience? How and why this is happening? Why this kind of a recruitment processes they are proposing? Why this kind of a leadership theory? Why this kind of a CSR activity? Anything that you come that you can question it, and then find the answers from your own material, from the material available within the LMS, or you can ask your instructor also. Just one more thing before I go to the second phase of the first 100 phase is that you should time your questions. That is a very important element. Since you have 222 minutes in the exam to complete 134 questions, do a little math. It comes out somewhere around 1.5 minutes for each question. So you should time your question. Get your mobile in front of you while you are doing quizzes, and see and get the time watch running, and see how many and see 10 questions. In what time you complete the 10 questions? It should be somewhere around 12 minutes to 15 minutes, and not more than 15 minutes. You should be completing your 10 questions. Currently, I'm not talking about right or wrong answers, but yes, you should be able to complete your 10 questions once you are studying them well, looking at all the options. You should be able to complete them in maximum of 15 minutes. 10 questions, 15 minutes. That is a good time to start with. And then once you move ahead, you could be you will be feeling that you are timing your exam in a good manner. Now let's move on to the second step. And the second step, or the second phase, is the 20 days phase. This is the 20 days phase, which is kicking in obviously 20 days before your exam date. If it is 10th of July, it is starting on 20th of June somewhere. And if it is 10th of February, they're starting somewhere in 20th of January. So the last 20 days, if you have spent good amount of time and you have followed all the key advices during the first 100 days, these 20 days would, I would not say easy, but they might be comfortable. Now, what you have to do in these 20 days, you have to revise all the material. Once I say revise the notes. Since you have prepared those notes or whatever material that you have prepared, now it is a selective study. In this 20 days, do a selective study. By this time, if you have gone through all the material once, at least once, if you are able to do it twice, that is wonderful. But in these 20 days, you now would be able to understand that what is important, what is asked in the questions, what the quizzes are where the quizzes are coming from, what kind of questions are there, how the questions are framed. So now you are more comfortable in terms of answering the quizzes, taking the quizzes, and then doing a selective study of all the three materials. One, the flashcards, the EPUBs, and of course, doing the quizzes also. Keep on doing the quizzes in this time. Now increase the study time also. Earlier, if you were spending about 1 hour or 2 hour is a very good time per day. Now you can extend it to somewhere around 3 to 4 hours. I mean, again, look at the impact of passing the exam. I mean, that's something which is a motivation. I mean, you are taking a global exam where anyone who is sitting around the world is taking the same kind of exam, and they would be classified SHRM, SCP, or CP. So look at the motivation that you are, look at the global recognition that you will be getting. So spending about in the last 20 days 3 to 4 hours, go up to 5 hours per day, that would be ideal. I mean, without that, I find it very difficult for anyone to pass the exam. I mean, people who think that they know everything. I mean, they know everything. I mean, people know everything. I don't doubt anyone's claim, but yes, once it comes to an exam, a certification exam, and that to a global certification exam, you can't just do it like that. And you need to spend that time. Shut down yourself from all the public eye, perhaps. If you can take the leaves from your office, if you can take leave from your family also, if you can afford that, do it also. So it is a very important thing that you should be able to spend 4 to 5 hours daily in the last 20 days. If you can extend that, I mean, that would be ideal. One last thing in this 20 days is to uh, give the mock exam, which is available within the LMS. Um, Take it in a complete exam-like environment. What it means is that it will have 134 questions. Time yourself, close your office door if you are in the office or in your home. Close it down to your room and just shut down your mobile phone, keep it away, put it away, and turn off your email, turn off your WhatsApp on your mobile, on your computer, or on your laptop, and do not focus on anything else. Just focus on your screen for 3 hours and 40 minutes, 220 minutes. You have to spend in front of the computer in the real exam. So now get yourself prepared for that. Sit in front of that in your home, in the mock exam. Do not get distracted with anything. So, because get your stamina ready, get yourself ready for that big day once you would be sitting in front of the computer. So, in the last these 20 days, if you can do it twice, that would be good. But once is okay, good, is equally good. But at the same time, I advise that going back into the first 100 days, once you are taking the quizzes, do it in batches of 10, 10, 10. So once you're doing it in the batches of 10, 10, 10, you will be timing your answering of the question. Second, you will be building your stamina. For 10 questions in the 15 minutes, do not look around. Do not uh, look at your mobile. Uh, uh, Kill the urge of looking at your mobile in that. So you need to build that stamina for sitting in front of the computer in the real exam for 220 minutes without looking anywhere. So this is basically the second phase, the 20 days phase. And now the last phase, very small activities in the last phase. And the last phase is one day before the exam. Um, Take a good sleep. That's the usual advice that your parents might be giving you once you are going for your A level, O level, or matric exams, or your university exams. So that's very good advice, a usual advice I also give. Take a have a good sleep one night before the exam, so that you should be fresh during the exam. I have seen some people who didn't who have got so much anxiety and tension that they couldn't sleep a night before, and during the exam they were having heavy head, and they couldn't focus on the questions, and they flunk, of course. So take a good sleep, remain hydrated, give yourself a good energy boost. One other tip I also gave to my um, students, that one day before the exam, um, do not take the quizzes, because at that last day, if your quizzes are still, you are still answering wrong in the quizzes, it might demotivate you, depending upon your personality. I mean, I get demotivated, so I don't take it. I didn't take it. But usually it happens that in the last moment, if you are not, you feel that you have lost everything, you still don't remember it. I mean, that's a psychological thing. And the last day, once you are reading the material for revision, you generally feel that you don't remember anything, but that's just psychological. You remember everything. I mean, by the way, remembering is not the idea. You know the concept of everything if you have studied the material in a good manner. Then, in the last one day, I hope you have done it already in the previous 20 days, is to know that where your center is, your chromatic center where you are going. So plan yourself to reach at least 30 minutes before your exam time, so that you should get acclimatized with your exam center, because they take, once you are into the exam, once you are into the center, there are quick security procedures that you have to go through. So you should get yourself ready for those last minute hiccups, if there are any. So reach there 30 minutes before the exam. And then once you are in the exam, answer every question. There is no negative marking. So you should be answering all the questions regardless of the fact that you know the answer or not, but just take it. But if you have spent good amount of time in the first 100 days, in the next 20 days, you would be very, very sure, very, very confident that you are answering the questions correctly.